this pace car scoots itself onto pit road. 1 hour of racing, getting set to go green. We're up and away here at Daytona. Insurance, in case of a bump and run, checkered flag, had Parker White will win here at USA. He won the race. Oh, here we go. Oh, Miller gets hooked. I can't believe it. The 4 wide.
Here we go.
The 4 wide for the lead.
To the lead into 1. All starting to shuffle towards the back. We're going to go 3 wide here to 3.
No, they won to the wall. They won the 11 again. And again, Grindle has checked himself out to a 1.5 second lead. He's coming.
Here comes Splash. Here goes on the bottom. And through the triangle they go. And after winning the dirt late model race last night, Carson Poindexter wins 2 in a row at Talladega.
This pace car scoots itself onto pit road. 1 hour of racing, getting set to go green. We're up and away here at Daytona. Insurance, in case of a bump and run, checkered flag, had Parker White will win here at USA. He won the race. Oh, here we go. Oh, Miller gets hooked. I can't believe it. The 4 wide.
Here we go.
The 4 wide for the lead.
To the lead into 1. All starting to shuffle towards the back. We're going to go 3 wide here to 3.
No, they won to the wall. They won the 11 again. And again, Grindle has checked himself out to a 1.5 second lead. He's coming.
Here comes Splash. Here goes on the bottom. And through the triangle they go. And after winning the dirt late model race last night, Carson Poindexter wins 2 in a row at Talladega.
Welcome live here at Daytona International Speedway, ACOG iRacing Gold National Series. I'm going to take the green flag here in just a moment. Glad everybody could tune us in here for tonight as we get set for race number 1 out of 12 here for this season. Not a lot of drivers compared to what we had yesterday, but hopefully that'll be a cleaned up field, especially after last night's kind of a, I wouldn't say a disaster class, but a very, very messy race last night. Otherwise than that, we're, I'm still, unfortunately sick per usual. Yeah, nothing too much to really say, besides, me heaving my lungs out throughout this whole entire race. Qualifying up and away. Right now, only 22 drivers here for tonight. 23, excuse me. So, this is just only be a 23 driver race. I mean, it's going to be a long B-fixed race, just about as Garrett has quoted. So, all these drivers are going to do whatever they can to pace it around here for these next laps. Nothing too much to say. I don't expect anything, you know, super extravagant. Throughout this whole entire event. Once qualifying does finally die down. I expect this race to go fairly cleanly, honestly, compared to what we've seen through this whole weekend. I don't expect this thing to go green all the way, but you know, it'll go green for a fair amount of time. We'll just have to see, though. This qualifying will go ahead and end itself. And congratulations, Justin Johnson. Gonna win the pole here for tonight. So, pull up the starting order here on the bottom of your screen. Justin excuse me. Justin Johnson, Jeremy Lewis around that row number 1. Row number 2 is going to be David Bachman, Peter Kenny. Row 3, Nicholas Bingham and Aaron Mulrooney Jr. Cole Woody and Marcus Vanderlee. Row number 4, Andrew Schultz, Charlie Byer. Charlie making a return here tonight. That number 23. Here to see on how he's going to go ahead and take it in. Benjamin and Trafari. Adiconis and Hess. Rowan Gill, Joe Berge. Jacob Dudai, Jackson Menchu. Henry Tabor, Cameron Caruso, and Scott Spanis and Dewey Schramm going to round out the rest of the order. Nothing too much to say about this race. I mean, it's going to be a fair and simple, you know, standard 60-lap event. I don't expect anything, you know, too dreadful. Throughout this whole entire run, but everybody's gridded themselves up, and seems as though we're gonna go ahead and get an early start. So, one of the very few times that every driver in the field has gridded up. Gosh, they were about to freaking polyharaka the field. that whole entire line started going, and yeah, that was looking a bit disastrous. Pole sitter. Justin Johnson was in contention for that 250 win just a night ago, but did not come out victorious. So this 33 looks to get some redemption and put himself on the top. We'll see if he can do it here tonight. Truck Series winner, Benjamin A. White, here on the racetrack in that #1 machine. He's going to start himself in 11th, so I expect him to easily work himself through the field. But we'll just have to see once we do take the green flag. But regardless, I mean, nothing too much to really say. Just 22 guys here on the racetrack. A very small field compared to what we've seen throughout you know, the other events. So fair and simple does it. This 60 driver is going to take the green flag. I mean, not 60, of course. What the fuck? Oh, what am I saying? But here we go.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag. Up and away, 60 laps here at Daytona to get ourselves sparked off for the gold season. They'll work themselves cleanly through 1 and 2. As 2 distinct lines will form up with Justin Johnson on the bottom. In the 30, Jeremy Lewis comes in here as a rookie on that high side. One car just about nearly lost it into the outside wall. I'm not sure who that was. I think that might have been Dewey Schramm. Boy, that would have been very, very disastrous. And they're ready, looking just, you know, 3 wide around that. But work right up off the corner. At the line, it's 33, Justin Johnson, but these guys toward the back, they're really fanned out. They don't want to be a part of this mess already. Up toward the front, but again, I expect this, you know, this first 30 to be fairly clean. Due to the fact that we, you know, barely have any guys to really take some aggressive measures, but Justin Johnson, he went to block the high side at number 30 of Jeremy Lewis. Wasn't really there to attend him. And Justin Johnson, he's going to go to the back by the looks of it. But here he comes yet again. It's Nicholas Bingham, 93 on the low side. He's working that bottom side to get himself 4th. But see how it works for him as he works through 23, Charlie Byer. First time he's made an appearance in ACOG in a while, so glad to see that 23 on the racetrack. But Justin Johnson is looking to come down in front of Bachman, but decide better of it. They're really starting to wash up. David Bachman can't really hold it in the bottom, and Justin Johnson easily right in front of Bachman. Bingham washes up the racetrack, so all these guys, I mean, they're very much out of line. I'd expect them, you know, to take it easy here throughout this whole entire first run, but a bunch of these guys are just very, very out of line. Bingham's going to take the run to the high side, though. Justin was maybe looking for a block, but decided not to lay that down. It was a smart decision by Justin, especially early in the race. But Justin's been very aggressive up front. He's yet to win a race, though, this season. This week, actually. That aggressive driving hasn't really resulted in good finishes. And here comes the one of Benjamin right through the middle. Under the 81, this is Garrett Hess. And he's still looking to stay in the middle. That number 1 of Benjamin is, and Hess is just about in the outside wall. We got a car on the wall in the background. I'm not sure where that is, but still through the middle at the moment. All these guys, I mean, there's just so much bottom and just being open. Here we go, 3 wide again. As a 30 of Jeremy Lewis goes nowhere. Look how much bottom is opened up. I mean, here comes Peter yet again. He's gonna split up Bingham. Peter's just making some headway through because Bachman is not really. He's washing up the racetrack, and here comes Peter yet again. 3 wide through the middle, and Bachman. Oh my gosh, he's just so anxious about his moves, and here comes Mulrooney and Woody to make a move for the lead. Oh! One car on the low side gets himself out of harm's way, but they stack up further on back. Keep it green somehow. That's Rowan Hill. And the pack splits itself up. They're still trying to work around each other, but 3 wide now has split the pack in 2, but they need to get it sorted out because they're still 3 wide. I'm not sure what they're doing. Not sure about that. Well, up front, though, I mean, splits the pack up in 2. And they're... What are they doing back there? Ataconis, I mean, they are single file. Their second pack's kind of looking to wreck it. Oh! Menshu gave a shot to Marcus there in the 56, but... Yeah, in result, this whole entire front pack is, you know, now has found themselves a ways ahead of it. Way far ahead. As, you know, starting to gap. Not really sure what that second pack was doing, but they're now single file, just riding in line, but all that, Cole Woody has taken the race lead. Got a huge run through 1 and 2 and wants to lead this high side. Boy, that inside line's starting to really disconnect itself because Bayer in the 25. Is that the 25? I think? No, 23, excuse me. He's kind of blinking in and out. Berge scoots himself to the bottom side of the racetrack to get himself in good ways, but at 23, Charlie Bayer, he's blinking out and kind of disconnecting this line for the moment, but it seems as though this pack right here, they're kind of slowly starting to catch up. I think they are. It's not over. It's not over for them just yet, but we'll see this time by if they. Oh no, they're losing ground. And Woody's going to drop himself out. He doesn't want to be a part of this mess anymore. He's actually going to get disconnected from the lead pack by the looks of it. So, do we SRAM? Yeah, looks like Woody's going to get disconnected from the pack because of dropping out. Not really smart by Woody. The 17, he's not really gonna go anywhere because of it. So lap 11 into the books already, and that's a longer run than what we saw in the Cup Series, which is a great sign. Peter Kenny, the 35, he's now leading this thing. As I've pulled up the calculator on accident. Oops. What happens when you start clicking buttons? You go all over the place. You don't know where you're clicking anymore. Product of being sick, guys. Don't be sick. Stay healthy. Here comes Benjamin. Benjamin A. White coming from Florida. Lives near Five Flag Speedway. Picks up the lead over Peter Kenny. Oh man, Justin Ataconis. Something happened with Ataconis and Spanos. Looks like Scott Spanos has 9 minutes of damage. What are all these guys doing? I mean, not really sure what this was about. Looks like... Ooh, Spanos. Oh, what the heck? He just blinked through that whole entire mess, but I'm not really sure what they were doing back there. And unfortunately for Ataconis and Scott Spanos, their days are done. So we've definitely eliminated 2 people. Not really sure what that was about, but I mean, that second pack, they've actually caught these leaders very, very slowly, but that's very unfortunate for Ataconis and Spanos. They're just riding around in the back, and all of a sudden, they're both wrecked out. Peter Kenny, 35, comes from Union Beach, New Jersey. Finding here with the number 30, Jeremy Lewis, who comes from Atlanta, Georgia. On that second lane. Doing whatever he can to, you know, keep himself good, but... it's been kind of hectic up front. It's been pretty much controlled chaos. Scott Spanos' quality is dropping down. You can't even see him on the racetrack. Peter's gonna block the high side. Oh, in the wall goes the 81 of Hess. Goodness me. Bergie's gonna split the middle right through. And Peter also gets split right through as here comes Bergie in the 83. Puts himself through the middle with that number 30. has a big hit to the outside wall by Peter. Or by Hess, excuse me. And some people are just, you know, dropping out. They don't want to be a part of this mess anymore. They're not really sure what they're doing. That's Tabor on the apron. Gets himself back on the racetrack, and 23 Charlie Byer also there to pick up that 11. So, or that 111. Byer and both of these guys actually blinking out, kind of. Oh, slamming the wall. Goodness gracious. Oh, Berkey's on the apron. Gets it back on the racetrack. See what happened to him. Oh, looks like he just blinked out. Lap 20. Scheduled a 2-stop race, by the way. At the moment, and everybody's Schultz here in the 98. He's also a part of the staff. We'll talk about him. All these guys are now just getting into line and just trying to, you know, ride around and single themselves out. Dewey Stram's gonna lose the pack by the looks of it. There he goes. Yeah, Dewey for sure has lost the pack. Hit the wall big time there. I'm not really sure why he was in the wall in the first place. Yeah, looks like he's... actually still in the pack. By much though. That second pack is not too far behind a Dewey if he's catching back up. So. Looks like these drivers will be pitting here about, like, I'd say, 4 laps. Drops himself down to the double yellow. And Dewey does catch the pack somehow. Looks like Schultz. I'm not really sure what these guys are doing in the back. They're just kind of weaving around. And Dewey nearly hits the outside wall again. Still, I mean, still fairly strong by the moment. Nothing too daunting. Oh, big kind of chain bump right there. As to the low side goes it's Benjamin E. White. They're gonna split Nicholas Bingham 93 through the middle. So. Authority of Jeremy Lewis, he's going to drop himself down to the low side. And this looks like, actually, it's gonna schedule itself to be a one-stop race. Now these people toward the back, they're starting to catch up. Ever so slightly, though. Gap just really fluctuates. Especially at a time like now in which everybody's trying to pull themselves into a rhythm. Yeah, now 3.5, so this back half of the field is starting to catch big time. They're still taking it 2 by 2 though. And it's Garrett Hess now going for the lead. It's Teal Mulrooney here up at the low side. Henry Tabor, I think that's Henry Tabor. Yeah, it is. He was running toward the back. Looks like Dewey wants a bit of the action as well. So, number 14 is up here within this top 10. But you see that pack right behind? They've caught this lead draft, so we're going to have a full 20-car field here in just a moment. Dewey, oh my goodness. Hess drops himself down low. Here comes the field. They have caught this lead draft. And I think these drivers up front, they're actually saving a bit of fuel as well. Trying to make it to that lap 30 mark. If they can make it to lap number 30, they could maybe have a shot at one-stopping this race. Dewey's gonna take it 3 wide. Nicholas Bingham, actually no, never mind, he slides easily back in line, so a bunch of these drivers, they're not really going full song at the moment. They're just trying to save as much fuel as they can, honestly, to pull themselves into a decent position. And Tabor leads this thing, Hess in second. All 20 drivers within 1.6 of each other. And Dewey's gonna get taken 3 wide. He's on the wall! The third time that Dewey has hit the outside wall, he goes nowhere. Well, he goes to the back finally. At the stripe. Henry Tabor leads this thing, and we're on lap number 30, so it looks like seems as though if these people pit now, they will be able to make it all the way to the end. So, pit window opens up. It looks like what I expected to be a 2-stop race is now, it is going to be a for sure 1-stop race. Here we go. 83 of Berge. All his mark. Pit road open this time by Who's gonna make the bait to go on in? Bachman washes up big time. What in the world? And Berge is the only person on pit road all by himself. Lap 31 into the books. Yeah, now everybody calls on pit road. Peter Kenny calls on in. 21 Jafari is on in. Roman Gill is on in. Justin Johnson calls in. Charlie Byer, Marcus Vanderlee, they call in. So here comes the drivers who are all taking marks. Pit road open this time by. And everybody comes to a... Oh my gosh, it's going to be a busy pit road. Oh, might have a bit of contact, but... This is a very, very busy pit road. Looks like, at the moment, I don't see any black flags being handed out. But one of those drivers off very, very slowly. That's, man, a bunch of these drivers, luckily they made it through their one and only pit stop. And now they gotta regroup. Get themselves on in. Justin Adiconis is actually leading the field off. Cole Woody in and out. Looks like we do have a black flag. Dewey Schramm in the 14. Does have a black flag. Cole Woody in and out. And now, the one and only pit stop is done. And now we're going 3 wide. Time to go here at Daytona. In the field. Pulls itself together. Pack of 4 cars, looks like lost the draft from 17th on back. You're going to have 2 guys, Andrew Schultz, Henry Tabor, then after that you're going to have Dewey Schramm, Carmen Caruso. Ooh. What the heck? Some weird warping going on there in 30. Oh boy, they bottled up because of it. Now the 30, he's gonna drop out. It's, Jeremy Lewis in the 30, he's gonna drop himself out. He doesn't want to be a part of that mess. And they're going to go 3 wide. Berge through the middle. Splits out Bachman. Also, a couple of drivers who got split up from this pack is Nicholas Bingham and Jacob Dudai. They're all by themselves. They're going to have to catch a caution. Race has been green from the start of the event. So far. Oh, Justin Johnson, he got booted on the apron, slides himself back up. I think that was Charlie Byron, the 23. He being lenient to him. Ataconis, officially a DNF, fortunately. So only 14 guys left in this lead pack. You got Dudai and Nick Bingham, Schultz and Tabor all by themselves, as well as Schramm and Caruso. All these guys right here, game on. To the front, Berge goes. One of Hess, who's sideways. Oh, they jam up on the brakes, and everybody fans out. What happened to Hess? He was dead sideways through the corner. We'll get a replay off of that. Oh, we just lost it. What the heck? And good save, Bachman. Great job for Benjamin to keep himself out. Keep himself off the nose. I mean, you know, that would have been 10 times worse if Benjamin did end up spinning at 81. Goodness gracious, that was very hectic. We've had many leaders. I haven't really talked about them so far, but due to the fact that, you know, they don't matter too much. Especially on the super speedway, only need to lead the last lap. But I mean, everybody within this top 10 has led at least one lap. The person who's led the most laps so far is actually Justin. Currently sitting in 4th at the moment, or scored at the line in 4th. He's currently 6th. All these guys, I mean, they're doing a great job of just maintaining ground at the moment. 19 laps to go. It's a lot of time for things to happen. Oh, the squeezing there by Mulrooney. Boy, those are a strong pair of drivers there up on the high side. It's Benjamin A. White, Aaron Mulrooney Jr. They're going against the underdogs. Beyer sideways. And gonna keep it straight. Great save. 23. Charlie Beyer snags the apron. Was dead sideways there for the moment. And he keeps himself going. That is a great save. Off of turn number 4 for the man who's known for winning the Daytona 250 by a smidge. And he kept those 4 tires on the banking, and he keeps himself going. Great save by Beyer. I don't think he's going to be able. Yeah, he's going to be able to latch onto the tail end of the lead pack, but could have been way, way more dangerous. All these guys now are just trying to set themselves up all these guys in the moment are just trying to set themselves up for success here for these next 10 laps, or for the once we hit 10 laps to go. Stack up double wide, though. Peter Kenny in the lead for the moment. I don't know if he's going to hold it for long, though. We won't really get a clear picture on who's going to be leading. Who's going to be in contention until, say, around like 5 laps to go, I'd say. Once we hit 5 laps to go, then we'll start seeing people. We'll start seeing those people filter. That high side is Trifari. It's at 3-1 and Beyer. Beyer's blinking out a bit. Looking 4 wide as Justin blinks out for a bit. These 2 packs have actually merged with each other. The Dudai, Bingham, Tabor, and Schultz are now all filed in together. They're going 3 wide now. Trifari up at the high side. And a bit out of line, though. Oh! And Garrett hit the apron again. laps to go. Not anybody's race. Bergie blinking out big time. Top 5 at the moment. Kenny, White, Hess, Mulrooney, and Lewis. That's his, of course, subject to change for this whole entire, for this, you know, final 12 laps. They get 11 laps to go now. Oh my gosh, Peter washed up nearly into Benjamin. Both these cars gonna follow themselves back to the bottom. The 203 just, oh, we just hooked him. Dewey right through the grass. Oh! Gosh, Caruso nearly gets into, well, he did get into Menchie right there, but he's trying to find his way back up. Menchie didn't give him some room back up, and we split the pack in two. Luckily, I mean, yeah, that could have been way worse, but now it's Justin Johnson's job to go ahead and right himself back up, and looks like Cole Woody is going to be the loser of this. He's going to lose the draft. Single digits to go. Benjamin drops down to the bottom. Here comes Peter. Cole Woody looks like does catch himself back up. Playing the waiting game at the moment. Banking for a wreck. Bergie goes up high. Benjamin's gonna block that second lane. Goodness gracious, huge block by Benjamin. Peter goes high. And Benjamin, oh, he got booted out of line. Bump and run. I mean, it's kind of a bump and run. Goodness. Mulrooney was shoving Peter. He couldn't do much about that situation, and Benjamin loses the lead. Peter drops down low. And it's not like Peter meant to move Benjamin. It's Mulrooney is just pushing Peter through that whole entire back straightaway. It just kind of happened. go. It's been green from this whole entire race. Block low, block high. Here comes Mulrooney. Huge shot to Peter right there, but I think Hess is pushing Benjamin harder. Oh, there they go! They wreck off the corner.
The yellow flag is out.
Caution comes out. Five laps to go. And they wreck off of four. Oh, looks like Mulrooney got into Peter. And I cannot believe there was no, you know, cannot believe there was there was no giant hit off of that. Only the person who only spun was Bergie. Back under caution for the first time tonight. And the free pass is going to go to Cameron Caruso. 203 is going to get the wave around. Dewey Schramm's going to have to wait another caution to get his wave around. Caruso flies up on the high side. His wave around are secure. And everybody's on the apron. Last thing that Benjamin or like Jackson and all these guys on the who stayed themselves out to function up with track position. They don't want to see is go. Green, white, checkered. Here we go. It's Benjamin, he does not want to see a caution, and this thing's going into a slight bit of overtime, so... Pace car's in.
Green flag, green flag.
Green flag. That outside line is just way, way more connected than this inside line. Jafari has a slight bit of a gap to the number 1. But I think Menchu is going to pull out forward. Oh, there they go. And Marcus. Oh, now they're wrecking. Up the racetrack they go.
The yellow flag
Caution
is
comes out. And that is not what Benjamin wanted to see. He does not want to see a caution. Man, I hate to see it for Mulrooney. He led a fair amount of laps. He led 9. His car's destroyed. After, 58 laps of clean racing. It all comes down to this and his car's destroyed. Are you kidding me? And it looks like Mulrooney was just really trying to come up. Avoid the spinning 56. I don't know really who to call that on, honestly. It's like Marcus kept washing up. I don't know if he was planning to go to the high side. And after that, he kind of hesitated. Not really sure what to say about that. And Benjamin's in a bad spot. He's in a horrible spot. You talk about a guy who's like, who decided to bank on staying out. He's, oh man, actually a bunch of people stayed out. Like Menchu did. The only person who pitted, at 33, Justin Johnson. I'm pretty sure if you go on board a Benjamin, man, he's not even. Is he saving fuel? He's not even shutting the engine off, I don't think. Jafari is for sure. Bachman. Okay, Bachman. Out of everybody in here, I think Bachman is the best person on fuel. He's the only person who's shutting off his engine. You can see that by the tachometer right here. If you look below here, that thing's hounded to the zeros. Meanwhile, and you see there, he switches it back on. This is very, very smart by David Bachman. And I think he's the only person who really has the opportunity to save fuel. But you see here, Benjamin A. White. I think he's trying to save fuel. But the difference is, for Benjamin, he is clutching it. So, Benjamin is not really saving fuel by clutching it. He's letting the engine run on idle, hence why it's at 2,000. He's still burning a fair amount of fuel, having the engine on and just clutching. He needs to shut the engine off like David Bachman is. You see David here in this 84. He has the engine off. He's burning no fuel. But Benjamin, even though these drivers are technically doing the same thing, the difference of keeping your car on versus off is going to make the difference for David Bachman. And this 84 is saving way more fuel than the rest of these guys up here. Benjamin A. White is going to be close. And if Benjamin can't make it on fuel, that is wraps. Jeremy Lewis is also on the same way. But man, Benjamin, he's in a very, very bad spot. Green flag.
Green flag.
Second green white checkered up and away. Aaron Mulrooney Jr. The number 2, all the way back there, trying to crawl himself through the field. But up front though, can Benjamin A. White make it on fuel? Oh, Bachman, man, he was sideways. But he's doing a nice job of pushing. Oh, one car gets out of line. And now they split. The inside line gets disconnected as Justin Johnson shoves himself. Or at least tries to. Look at Bachman just trying to push Menchu. But this is it though. White flag, all bets are off. One lap to go. The final Daytona race of the weekend is looking to go wide. Bachman gets sideways. Oh, there they go. There goes Hess. Oh, big hit, Bayer into the wall. Big wreck right behind. It leaves at least, I'd say, eight cars by themselves. Here comes Justin Trafari. Oh, Benjamin couldn't pull that block, but Justin goes with the one sideways. They wreck again. Here comes a triple-digit number down to the low side. That is Rowan Gill. He has Menchu in tow. Has the one. Benjamin A. White right behind. Menchu has one last shot to make a move. Here he comes on the high side. At the stripe, it's Rowan Gill picking up his first win. Oh my gosh. Rowan Gill. First win in ACOG. And it comes in a shower of sparks as it crossed the line. Unbelievable. What a race. What a finish. Rowan Gill picks up his first ACOG victory. He's going to burn it down with a blown motor, but he won the race anyway. Crossed the start-finish line in first. Wow. Unbelievable. Man, we gotta walk ourselves through that whole entire final lap. Take a look how Rowan Gill won it. There's a huge wreck right behind. It was, it looks like Bayer. I don't know, not Bayer, but ooh, Bachman got out of line. He got into the 33. Then after that, the 81. Ooh, what the heck? Hess got into Berge, and it sent him sideways. And, man, wild ride there by the Tabor, as well as Bayer. You see Dewey and Mulrooney really nowhere to go off of that. One car goes flipping. That's Peter Kenny in the 35. But here's where everything starts to happen. Here's where the magic starts to go. Down the back. Yeah, that move there by Jafari was all it sparked off, but Justin decided to go with the 1, and he pushed him out of line. And Rowan Gill sneaks by through the inside. Menchu, great move there as a teammate to help Rowan pull himself off of 4. But watch this. The run comes. Here comes Menchu up on the high side. They make contact further on back. Menchu can't get it happen, and Rowan doors Menchu into the wall at the wire, but man, at the stripe, what a finish to end it off here at Daytona. Benjamin gave Menchu 1 shot. Rowan went up. They made a bit of contact there. Rowan puts Menchu into the wall and wins it at the line, but I'm pretty sure it's fair game for both of them because both of them are teammates. As long as they finish 1 and 2, I'm pretty sure they'll be fair. Rowan goes flipping across the line. What a finish here at Daytona. Full results going to be shown on your screen. Rowan, Menchu, Benjamin, Lewis, Trafari round out the top 5. Caruso, Johnson, Berge, Woody, Vanderlee round out the top 10. Got Hess, Mulrooney, Schultz, Bachman, Dudai, top 15. Byer, Schramm, Kenny, Tabor, Bingham, rounding out top 20. After that, Adiconis and Spanos round out the rest of the order. Be right back after this. More to come here for the ACOG Gold National Series. Wow, what a way to, introduce myself back into broadcast action. Welcome back here to the ACOG iRacing Gold National Series here at the Daytona International Speedway. What a race. And Rowan Gill has picked up his first ever ACOG victory here tonight. And we're going to go ahead and drag him into the booth and see on what he has to say after this event. Man, what a finish. And into the booth he goes. Or not just yet, but let me just go ahead and pull up the tickers and standings and stuff like that as it scrolls through. But into the booth goes Rowan Gill. I think this is his first ever ACOG victory. But Rowan, man, what a race from start to finish. It was a, shuffle fest there, like a carded, bunch of, how do I put this into terms, but it was a deck of cards being shuffled there at the end, but luckily, on that final lap, one card was picked out, and it read 129, and it was Rowan Gill picking up his first ever victory here tonight in the ACOG iRacing League. Congratulations, man. It's 1 and 2 for your teammates.
Yeah, thank you. I saw a hole on the bottom with 2 to go. I came from probably 8th on the bottom to 4th. And then, they all started wrecking on the backstretch, and I just held it pinned. And then I ended up, leading the line. And Jackson was right behind me, and I just told him, don't, kind of crash me. And then, we got to the tri-oval, and I gave him a little bit of a swerve. I mean, I didn't want to lose. He's too short to win, so.
Damn! Kind of fade right there by Rowan Gill, throwing shade at his teammate, putting him in the wall in the process too. Goodness gracious, no mercy by that number to 129. But overall, man, you lost your other teammate unfortunately earlier in the race. But how was the the pit strategy overall? I was curious.
Yeah, I got turned at the beginning of the race. We were in the second pack about 3 seconds behind, and then the first pack started saving fuel, and we caught up. And I got my pit stop nailed, and I was right with the pack. And I pitted on the first green-white checkered, and I didn't have to save like everybody else, and I think that really paid dividends.
Yeah, that's right, and you pulled yourself into victory lane, pinned yourself on the bottom, and adored your teammate for the win, which is a W in your case, I guess you could say. I mean, you still won the race, though. A win's a win, and for your first ever ACOG win, what a victory here at Daytona. But before we let you go, any sponsors want to thank you for tonight?
I'd like to thank Jackson for being short. I'd like to thank LCDD for a great Toyota TRD Supra. It was really on rails. And yeah.
All right, about 10 for Rowan Gill, and the 129 rounds himself out in victory lane after leading only 1 lap of the scheduled 65 we ran here for tonight. Yeah, we'll go ahead and see you come next race, man.
All right, see ya.
Dragon, the man who got doored for the way in that 133 of Jackson Menchu. Menchu, a bit of shade being thrown, a bit of kind of shade being thrown by Rowan, calling you short and stuff like that. But regardless, I mean, unfortunately you got the butt end of the stick right there, and unfortunately P2 here at Daytona. Walk it through.
Well, I want to say. He's calling me short, but he doesn't know how tall you are, so it's okay. I'll let you have that part of the joke. Anyways, this was definitely a better race than what we had last night for sure. Went green pretty much almost all the way through. That was pretty exciting. Unfortunately, we lost some of our teammates at the beginning, Carmine Crusoe and Justin Atagonis. But other than that, I've won in my time here way too much. I had to let some of my friends get some victories. Obviously I gotta stay humble. Gotta let the little guys over here get some wins. Have to share the basket, so that's all good.
Yeah, that's right. 1 and 2 with you and Rowan. But I mean, overall, I was curious about your pit strategy.
Yeah, I just pitted with everyone else, and I noticed I was low on fuel, so me and Benji over here were saving fuel, looking pretty professional, and everyone was mad at us. But so I apologize on our behalf, but. Other than that, me and my 2 NFTs in my collection were really fast today in my Flash and Go graphics Toyota Gazoo Racing Supra TRD Pro Tundra Dodge Intrepid Camaro Chevrolet Z01 Impala.
All right, by 10-4, that's Jackson Menchu in the 113. Hope to see you in a double-digit number by the next time we hit the racetrack. But before we let you go, any other sponsors you want to thank you for tonight?
I want to thank Exalta Racing Association. That's my #1 sponsor here, my #1 supporter. Nara, Keyboy R, Logan Clambit, ACOG, Ice Car especially. Anyways, appreciate it. Moving on next week. Thank you, Keyboy.
All right, by 10-4, that's Jackson Menchu
Right.
in the 113, and we'll go ahead and see you come next race. And as Jackson mentioned, we'll drag ourselves into a third. Okay, I can't even find where Henry Tabor is. Never mind, he finishes in 19th slot. Tabor, you were involved in that last lap incident. Walk me through it.
Yeah, it was pretty crazy. I mean, we were going into turn 1. I saw Garrett Hess, and I believe the 81 car, he got turned, or he started swerving, and I'm like, all right, this is where it all kicks off. And next thing I know, I'm sideways and turned into the outside safer barrier by Peter Kenny, just as he was going down to avoid the crash, just kind of got me involved. It's Daytona. I almost said Talladega. It's Daytona. These things happen. These things happen. That's all I can say.
Yeah, and Daytona, you're just a product of racing here, and unfortunately, lost on the lead lap in 19th. But what are you looking forward to next week?
Can you repeat that?
What are you looking forward to for next week's ACOG events?
Well, I'm just looking forward to making all of them. First of all, I intend to participate at least in all of them. Hopefully getting some better finishes. This was the only race that I participated in this week. Hoping that we can, do a little bit better. I did lead some laps. I'm really happy about that with help of Garrett. I'm just really looking forward to getting back at it, starting at the Bronze Series with the ARCA cars. So I'm really excited to get back out there. And, Daytona's kind of that wild card race. You never know how it's truly going to go. One race we could have a complete, wreck fest, but then the next will be, all calm and kind of like this race, only one, or I guess technically 2 cautions. But yeah, so it's always pretty unpredictable, but I'm just really glad to bring this Pro Drive Racing team, Pro Drive Racing School, Tabor Accounting Group, Melee Design Firm, Ken Block Tribute car home. Not the finish we wanted, but it was up front. They knew we were there.
All right, by 10 for that is Henry Tabor and the number 111. And we'll go we'll go ahead and see you coming next week, man.
All right, thank you so much.
And that was Henry Tabor, aka Table Man, running himself out in the last, not last place, but he runs himself out in 19th. But regardless, thank you all for watching here for tonight. Hopefully, I will be better for this upcoming week, and my voice will be fixed so I can be able to commentate correctly, and my sickness will finally go away. So in the midst of all of that, we finally round ourselves out here at Daytona. Thank you all for watching. We'll see you next time.